Hey guys, this review's more back with another quick kitchen item. I feel like I've been doing a lot of kitchen stuff lately, and mostly because I like eating and drinking food. So that's pretty much why this happens. This is the Tramontina Citrus Press, and before we get into the actual review itself, as always, please hit the like button if you find this review helpful, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see anything else like this, and leave a comment if you enjoy the video or not. It helps out with the YouTube metrics. And as always, try to stay within YouTube after watching a video because it helps out your creators because they get basically feedback on that basis. So again, this is the Tramontina Citrus Press. It's about $40 at Sam's Club. It's available other places as well. Tramontina basically makes mid to high level consumer grade gadgetry. So they might have pots and pans, cast iron stuff, but it's all in kind of the mid to middle high level of consumer grade stuff. So not terribly high end, not terribly low, but certainly not in the low end either. So that's kind of their background. They've been around since about 1911. They're a pretty good company. This is the first major purchase made from them. I've seen other stuff being used though, and it all seems relatively high quality. So all you're going to see from this point on is basically testing the functionality of the actual press. We have used the bejesus out of this thing since we bought it because my wife and my child and myself all love lemonade and orangeade. So that's what this thing is being used for at our house. The biggest single flaw I have with it is the height of the strainer and funnel relative to your average drinking glass. So in my house we use Tervis cups, so there's little double-walled, multi-design Harry Potter, your college of choice, professional sports team of choice, advertising cup. They're just double-walled tumblers, and those are too tall, which for me isn't a deal breaker, obviously, because I keep it, but you're going to basically be limited to something with the height of like a solo cup, or this portion of the video, see me using a large Starbucks coffee mug. So that's probably my biggest single complaint about it. It's not tall enough, but to make it fit into a normal sized kitchen, yeah, basically this is kind of the sacrifice they make. They do make higher end models that are taller, but they're kind of catering towards the crowd that's going to use this at like events where they need to have big cups in front of them. And the weight on this item is just under 14 pounds. I think the actual weight given by the manufacturer is 13 and 3/4. Shipping weight a little higher due to the boxes that it comes in. But that's basically comparable to some of the other off-brands you see on Amazon. If you just search the word citrus press, you'll get a whole bunch of random brands. They all look the exact same with different branding on them. Basically something that's shipped from China, and this item's also made in China, but it has the one advantage that it's being sold by the company Sam's, which means the return policy is pretty generous on it. And right there you kind of saw me fumbling with it. That's the other issue you have when you completely engage this press. The feet on it don't stick very well. I wish they would have chosen suction cups or something at the bottom rather than just rubber nubs, because it does keep it from sliding, but it doesn't keep it from lifting off. So that's kind of a bummer for me as far as just general quality. So I'm going to lift it up and it'll move around a little bit. Or if I have the press completely engaged down to where it's locked in and pressing out the citrus fruit, if you pull it back up without holding the base, it's going to slide around and lift up on you, which when you're trying to keep a kitchen clean, not the greatest situation in the world. So that's probably my second biggest complaint. The first one being it's not tall enough. The second being that I wish it were a little more stable on top of a countertop in this way. If you're looking for a semi-commercial application of this, because some people are probably buying these because they want to use them at a church or something, what I would recommend is taking apart the bottom of it and seeing maybe if you can find some kind of solution with some bolts and screws to get that thing to hold on, like to a wood block or something, just to make sure it doesn't move, because that thing will hobble around a little bit and it'll make a mess unless you're careful. Not a huge deal in my kitchen, but for someone, if you're somebody who wants to use this thing a lot, it might become a problem. I could totally see this thing being functional if you want to like set up a lemonade or orangeade stand at a school function, church function, flea market, whatever you want to do, work just fine. And overall, definitely really happy with it. The major thing that I thought was a bit strange, the strainer and the funnel come out. Obviously, they're stainless steel, high quality stuff, and you clean them out. Takes nothing, doesn't even really require any soap as long as you use hot water. So that's pretty simple. I didn't even bother showing it because it's kind of self-explanatory. However, the press, the top of it, does not require this, and to the best of my understanding, cannot be removed. And you will see me do a quick wipe down of the actual press, the top of it that touched the actual outside of the citrus fruit. and that does get messy. So you got to get that thing clean, but there's no way to detach it. So what the instructions say is essentially, I just did some lemon juice there for some chicken I was doing later, but you got to wipe it out from the bottom out. So you're going to go obviously wipe down the mounting area where you actually put the strainer and funnel, but you also need to wipe out the top here as well, because that gets pulp and things on it, and it does get dirty, so make sure you do that. Outside of that, it's pretty simple, stays very clean. Stainless steel doesn't tend to get really nasty, but again, the height and the fact that it kind of moves around a little bit too much, two biggest complaints. Still worth $40, which is what it costs. So thank y'all, have a great day. Hit the subscribe button if you like the video, hit the like button, and as always, thank you again for watching.